The second portion of the 4 and 5 axis lesson we're going to take a look at is doing some internal port machining on this shape you see on the screen. Now, with 5 axis machining, there are lots of different variations on how, when, and why you want to program something. What we're going to go over today is just a really simple selection of taking a ball end mill and machining the inside of this shape. Now, we're also going to look at some more advanced machine simulation. If you have 4 and 5 axis machining, you should have this extra machine simulation. When it comes down to doing that type of work, I find that the machine simulation does a pretty good job of being efficient and really giving you the visualization on how it's going to work. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by going over to our CW tab. We're going to leave the stock the way it is for this example. And we're going to go to our machine setup. Make sure that we have 5 axis selected. It'll be in bold here. And then for setup, rotary axis, tilt axis, we're not going to worry about this because by default on how we pick this, it'll work fine for port machining. So we're just going to hit OK with 5 axis being turned on. And what we're going to do is we're going to insert a mill part setup. So we're just going to do this manually because we specifically want to pick a feature to machine. So on new mill part setup, we're just going to pick this plane, make sure our Z is going the opposite direction, so Z goes down into the part, hit OK, and now we have a mill part setup. So we're going to go ahead and go new multi-surface feature, and we're going to turn on this option here that says select adjacent, and then we're going to pick 5 axis port, and then we're just going to select one of the inside faces of our part. And you'll notice it picks a bunch of the adjacent edges, but it doesn't pick everything that we want because this has a unique shape to it. This is where sometimes it may work better for you to come in and manually select. So we're just going to go click clear all faces, and we're just going to manually pick. We'll just go to select a face, and we're just going to manually pick the inside faces that we want to machine. We'll click those down there. So we have everything on the inside of our pocket selected. And then we're going to hit OK. And you'll see now that we have a multi-surface feature that says 5 axis port. So from here, we're just going to right-click, Generate Operation Plan, and that brings up a ball nose end mill that we're going to use. Now, you could do a lollipop end mill, you can do different types of end mills depending upon the machining you want. What we're going to do is we're just going to do ball nose end mill. From here, we're going to open this up and we're going to look at some of the changes in the settings in 5 axis machining. So you can right-click and select Edit Definition, or you can double-click on the feature and the toolbox comes up.